I became very aware at a young age of what are being passed down as a lifestyle. So I still like a lot of those Southern and African American and Caribbean flavors, but I just made a decision to take all my Lou Give Me, the coconut and hot pepper, lime, and all those tropical Caribbean flavors, and that nice Southern hand, you know, the African American hand of that nice soul food, and prepare those foods without using animals, without frying them in oil or boiling or cooking the foods to death. So although the food is vegan and although the term food is raw, that the food is living food, whole food that you can still recognize, that will still be like in its natural shell, that has all of its living water intact, as well as its fiber and nutrients. It has been processed. To the best of your ability, you want a whole food. So for example, that would be like oil. Technically, and I sell olive oil for a living, oil technically is not a whole food because it had its carbohydrate in its water. So more about that later. So we're just going to be discussing vegan again, which means no animal products. I've done several stints as vegan and vegetarian. Graduating high school, leaving high school. I transitioned back then with clubbing, and that's when I first got into natural hair. You know, shout out to my god sister Nari, who encouraged me to cut my hair off, although my first boyfriend at the time was not for it and said he would leave me, and that caused a rift. But she was very, very fashionable and stylish and fashion forward. She still is today, and she encouraged me to get my hair cut, and it was Dex, aka Kemet, African Trendsetters, that gave me my first natural cut. So I was so excited about that back in the day. So I've been into natural hair since about, I guess, 89, 90, and I've gone through all different types of transitions. And now I have locks. It's even weird for me to say that I have locks because I really didn't intend on getting locks because I just really adored playing in my natural hair. And I love buns. I have what they would typically type today as 4C hair, but I'm not limited to any kind of labels or anything. So my hair is very kinky and it's delicate. I can run. Something is delicate and fragile. And once it got natural, my proximity and my double strand cornrows became a lot of my hair would be out in the comb. And this became a lot. I love to play my hair, but quite often, working in fitness for many years, often I would have a client a couple of times a week at 4:30 in the early day, and sometimes quite often I'd have someone at 6 o'clock, pretty much every day. So I really didn't have time to constantly play in my hair, although I made the time. I'm always looking to simplify. So in traveling to Central America and being in a lot of the natural creek water and not having any products with me, my hair just started to lock. And even when I tried to leave it alone until I got back to the States, it was so tangled, it was almost impossible for me to get it out. So I lost a lot of hair. So finally I decided to stop fighting it and just let it lock and see what happens. And so it's been like going natural all over again. My texture does, and I'm sure it changes as I more, and it wasn't really that popular. Of course, I don't know if she's still around at the festival. There were some folks tender. If I pull a lot on my scalp, around my hair, once your hair, my hair complement my hair being so it would look full of socks, and I was shocked. One, because it's a lot of work. Number two, because I don't like a lot of oil in my or Body-Culinary.com on my you see the picture on my YouTube channel. Face is looking like the sidewalk. So it was very painful. It wasn't cute. I used everything natural inside of the health food store to no avail. And also, even at one point, I was using Proactive. I mean, at one point, I was very, very ripped and much more muscular from doing personal training and fitness competitions. But I would have traded all of that at the time to not have acne. You know, I thought it was very embarrassing. Even when your son is asking, Mommy, why does your skin look like that if you eat so healthy? You know, and it took me years to figure out what it was that I was causing the acne. And it's those lifestyle habits that can contribute to acne. And quite often we're looking at the outside and we don't often pay attention to the organs. So that was a whole learning curve and learning process. And actually there is a book on my website called Natural Beauty, No Products, because what cleared up my skin was not products. It was the food that I was eating. I also started putting on my hair and skin. It saved me a lot of money. I tossed out the shower caddy, which was super liberating. And so now we find, you know, me here with no products. You know, I used to get my eyebrows tweezed and stuff. And although I love grooming and massaging my skin with olive oil, all these things, I don't want to feel a hostage to these things or a hostage to shampoos and stuff. It feels like you know, we see the minimalism going on now. It feels like being in stuff. If anything, I didn't have any products, but at one point